Now, Wild Blue may be a little home-built aircraft, but what he really wants to be when he grows up is a fighter jet. And there he is, coming up off the ground. Now, Wild Blue, he may never achieve his dream of being a fighter jet, but at his controls is indeed a fighter pilot who was once a little boy who just wanted to fly. And speaking of little boys, we want to say that this show this weekend is dedicated to all military children in celebration of the month of the military child. Now, Wild Blue's pilot is Jerry Jive Kerby, and he's a retired United States Air Force Lieutenant Colonel and indeed a fighter pilot. Originally from Lancaster, Missouri, Jive's introduction to aviation began when he was 10 years old. His dad took him to the county fair and paid an entire penny a pound, just 75 cents, for Jive to take his first ride in an airplane. He can still remember that the cars looked like little ants on the roads below. Now, the next summer, Jive attended his very first air show, and it was there that he saw the United States Air Force Thunderbirds fly. And that's when he knew that not only did he want to be a pilot, he wanted to be an Air Force fighter pilot, and that was his dream indeed. So he started his flight lessons at 15 years old, and on his 16th birthday, when Jive planned to get his driver's license in the morning and then drive himself to the airport to solo for the very first time. Well, dreams may come true, but sometimes plans don't work out exactly the way you want them to, because Jive, he actually flunked his driver's license test. And let me tell you, he went on to be driven to the airport by his mother, where he then soloed for the very first time. And to this day, I can tell you, Jive, that gentleman out there flying Wild Blue, he is a much better pilot than he is a driver. Now, Jive went on after high school to graduate from the professional pilot training program at Spartan College of Aeronautics and Technology. And he began working as a charter and cargo pilot while earning his bachelor's degree in aviation from the University of Louisiana at Monroe. After paying his way through college as a pilot, he then joined the United States Air Force with over 4,400 hours of flight time and his airline transport pilot's license. And he didn't forget his dream of being a fighter pilot. He went on to graduate at the top of his Air Force pilot training class and was given the opportunity to fly the mighty F-15C Eagle. Jive amassed over 3,400 hours in the Eagle during his Air Force career, as well as at the end of his career flying several hundred hours in the F-4 Phantom. And it was in the F-4 that Jive achieved his next dream and aviation goal, and that was to be an airshow pilot, when he became the U.S. Air Force F-4 Heritage Flight Pilot in 2005. Now, Jive currently has over 13,000 hours of flight time in over 60 different aircraft, including flying air shows in the T-28, T-33, L-39, MS-716, MiG-17, and now Wild Blue, the RV-8A that wants to be a fighter jet. Now, Jive loves the maneuverability and overall fun-to-fly feeling of the RV. As a home built from a factory-made kit, the RV-8 is an airplane that many can aspire to learn to fly and even fly aerobatically, just like Jive. This RV-8 from Van's Aircraft is what Jive likes to call the everyman's aircraft. Wild Blue was certified airworthy by the FAA in 2006. He can actually go up to 180 miles per hour, and sometimes with a little help from a tailwind, he can make it to 200. His engine is a fuel-injected Lycoming IO360 with a 180 horsepower, and his propeller is a Whirlwind 200 RV. He's pretty standard, just like a stock home-built RV-8. But for the airshow circuit, Wild Blue has been specially equipped with a 5-gallon smoke oil tank, as well as inverted fuel and oil systems, so that Jive can take this little aircraft upside down and around for air shows, just like he's doing right now. Now, Jive may have started flying air shows in jets, and he still does on occasion, but what he likes is that he can keep this little Wild Blue in front of the crowds, even when he is repositioning for the next maneuver, thus keeping the performance front and air show center. Now, you can follow along with Jive and Wild Blue and their air show adventures via our website at flyjivefly.com. You can also check us out on Facebook page, Fly Jive Fly. Jive at Lunar, that's me, have our own Twitter, and it is Fly Jive Fly. But Wild Blue, he has his own Twitter as well, and that's Wild Blue Rodeo. We do need to say a quick thank you to our product sponsor, Wheelin' Engineering. They provide our lights for both our night show and a little bit of twinkle in the sky during the day. Now, we also have a new corporate sponsor for 2016, and that is rockandrolldream.com, because everyone has a rock and roll dream, even the little RV-8A, Wild Blue, who just wants to be a fighter jet. Check out Jive as he turns that Wild Blue upside down for an inverted pass. We do want to again thank everyone here at Langley Air Force Base for inviting Wild Blue to fly for you this weekend at AirPower over Hampton Roads, and for all the incredible hospitality from the airmen and the amazing volunteers who make this event possible. We hope you've enjoyed Jive and Wild Blue's performance today as much as Jive enjoyed flying Wild Blue, the little RV-8A that just wants to be a fighter jet as he comes by for a banana pass. He's going to do a Hoover pitch to land in dedication to Mr. Bob Hoover, one of the greatest air show pilots to ever fly. So we're wishing you all a Wild Blue Sky weekend from the Fly Jive Fly Wild Blue Rodeo team of Jive, Lunar, and of course Wild Blue. And one last dedication to all the military children in the audience. Just remember, if this little RV-8 can dream and be a fighter jet in the sky, you too can dream and be whatever your heart's desires. Thank you for your service along with that of your parents. And now, back to the man who will tell you more about the rest of what's going to happen today, Mr. Rob Ryder.
Thank you, Lunar Sawyer, very, very much. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Jerry, Jive, Kerby. Hey, we got beer on sale at AirPower over Hampton Roads, but please drink responsibly. Take the children over for fun and entertainment. They're free and open to all children. Look for the inflatables just off to the left. Children must be accompanied by an adult at all times. Thanks to USAA for supporting the children's area. Don't miss all the military and civilian exhibits throughout the airshow venue. Coming up in just a moment, Greg Collier on the T-33. The T-33 Shooting Star, as I mentioned earlier, was a trainer version of what was first known as the P-80 or Pursuit 80, later known as the F-80 Shooting Star, and is being flown today by a guy we call Wired. A guy who in the Army got interested in aviation, got a private pilot's license, and then learned a little bit more about